This is just sort of a philosophical question. Is it rude to ask someone to quiet their child on a plane?
I think it depends on the circumstance and it depends on the age of the child.
Yeah.
Like if your 9-year-old is screaming and yelling and acting a fool, I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But if it's an infant or a baby, I mean, what are you gonna do? Rationalize with it? You're gonna have to, I understand that you can't hear me because your ears are clogged and I can't unclog them for you.
Could you explain to your baby that other people are on the plane?
Other people that, right. You know what I mean.
I think I was on a plane to Boston from LA once, which was a particularly long flight, and there was this couple looked like in their late 20s, already had 3 kids.
Right.
And so
probably was us.
might have been you guys. But it was an infant, and then like a 2-year-old, and then a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And the 2-year-old, I mean, he was kind of being a jerk, like just screaming and kicking seats. So they pulled out this toy train.
Yeah.
And the toy train had a song, and the song played for a full minute. And it was the only thing that would get the kid to be quiet. So the kid would scream, and then you would hear, "Duk duk 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 doo 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 doo," and it would play for a minute, and then everyone would get tense, and then they'd start to relax, and then, "Duk duk 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 doo doo doo." They played that song for three hours, the first 3 hours of the flight, till people are starting to turn around, and finally this poor frazzled couple, it's like, "It's either this or he screams. What do you want?" Like it was like, okay. And then you see like, oh, this is where that comes from. I see this is where that comes from.
I remember my husband was working in Australia and I took my 1-year-old and my 3-year-old, and I was pregnant, onto the airplane. And as I walked on, I heard judgment happening all around me. And we're flying to Australia, right?
Oh, no.
And I was like, all right, flight. We'll see about this. These kids were angels. I swear and maybe it was the liquid melatonin, who knows? But I'm just saying. I literally was like, so Michael slept for the first 8 hours of the flight.
Oh, wow.
Like he slept the first 8 hours. Lola slept the second 8 hours of the flight. By the time Mark picked us up at the airport, I was like, here are your children and get them away from me. Because I had been up for so many hours.
I know exactly what you're talking about, though, when the kids come on and it's not even silent judgment. People passive-aggressively want to let you know. You hear, oh, God. Oh, right there, hold there. Why do they let them up, you know?
I was listening to a woman, she's like, well, she's got the 2 kids, so you know they'll be up all night.
You know, I can hear you.
I can hear you. I'm not still in the TV.
I love the... Am I watching the show now?
I'm like, here, I'm sorry, lady, let me turn your volume down.
You know, it's like my wife's mom, when she and her sister were little kids, she would give them Benadryl, and they would just sack out. But to the kids, they always knew, like, she'd go, time to take your airplane vitamins. Right. And they would take the Benadryl and just sag out, just drooling.
But Benadryl can have, like, the reverse effect.
It didn't. It can?
Right? It can. Oh, you're pointing, is that your daughter? Yeah, yes. Yeah, your mom is giving you up right now. Yeah. Did she give you Benadryl right before you came here?
We're gonna take some Benadryl. We're gonna go see Kelly. It's gonna be a party.